In order to travel lightly, you might consider having less of those things or none of those things. Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobras Nest. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. Today's video is going to be Minimalism Tough Love, 7 tips on how to pack lightly and minimally. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. Let's get it, let's go. Woo! Before we get started, I just wanted to make a little housekeeping news. My Patreon is up for anybody who wants to consider making a small donation or becoming a patron to help support my channel. I am not monetized, so any money coming my way will definitely help keep me going and motivated. And if not, thank you anyway. Like or subscribe would definitely help out my channel and boost the algorithm and get the Cobra's Nest rolling. So let's get right into the list. Number 1, no form of cup, plate, or bowl. In order to travel lightly, you might consider having less of those things or none of those things. You can always consider repurchasing or buying secondhand a cup or a bowl or a plate. For myself, I do travel quite lightly and I don't carry around any utensils. They can be quite heavy, especially if they're made of porcelain. The only thing that I do carry around is a pair of chopsticks, and those are very light. Number 2, 1 jacket or 2, depending if you're going somewhere seasonally. You can try layering up, having a lighter jacket and a thicker jacket that you can pair up between seasons, having the lighter jacket for spring and fall, and then having a heavier jacket for the winter and none at all for the summer. This is how I manage my weathers. I have a down jacket on the inside and then I have a lighter coat on the outside, and for really heavy duty winters I use my parka, and all of that fits quite nicely in my bag. The down jacket gets puffed into a little ball. The lighter jacket is very light, takes up very little space in my bag, and the parka I wear on me while traveling. Yeah, it's not that great during the summer, but that is how I travel efficiently and minimally. Number 3, limit yourself to 2 bags. The size of your bags is to your choosing. You could have 2 large check-ins, 2 large carry-ons, whatever is suitable for you. I find that if I allow myself to have more luggages, I feel justified in having more clothes. But if I know that I can only fit my stuff into my luggages should I need to move, this definitely helps curate my desire or justification for buying more things. If I don't have less space, I feel like, well, I really gotta buckle down there with the clothes and things. Number 4, give preference to similar colorway clothes. This one is more of a logistics tip. If you have clothes that match because they're similar colorways, you need less things in order to have color combinations. So a way to think of it is just in terms of mathematics. You are shown, like, if you had 4 items and then you combine them, how many combinations could you make? You could make 16 combinations. So it's a similar idea with the colorway of clothes. If those 4 items all pair with each other, you have inadvertently made 16 items or outfits, as opposed to having only, say, 5 items, but you can't all pair them all together. It gets a little bit harder to match, but you can achieve more outfits with less number of clothing if they are of a similar colorway because they all pair together. You can make the colorway any colorway of your choosing. You could have beiges and creams, you could have neutrals, you could have monochromatics, you could have lots of colors if they all match each other, so totally up to you. Number 5, try to find multifunctional clothes. This is a problem I ran into in the earlier days of my minimalism. I wanted my clothes to be super multifunctional, but you don't have to go that extreme. What I mean by multifunctional is finding clothes that can fit different temperatures or different seasons, so you don't have to have multiple of them. You can just like layer them on. Good example of this is like t-shirts. You can wear this in the summer, but you can also wear it under sweaters. Other ones are light cardigans. You can wear these in the spring, you can wear these in the fall. You could even wear them under winter clothes. Finding multifunctional clothes will help lessen the amount of clothes that you have, but also extend the variety of ways that you can wear your items. Number 6, declutter ratty clothes. If you want to be able to travel minimally, this means that you're going to have to let go of items that are not your favorite articles of clothing, but you just hang on to them, you know, for the sake of hanging on to them. You feel like maybe you're emotionally attached, or for any of the number of reasons why you're still attached to it, but it's not really your like staple rotational clothes that you wear. If you're going to be traveling lightly, this is the perfect time to let go of these items that are ratty or not your favorite, don't fit, too small, too big, not your style. These are the items that you can let go of because with limited luggage space and wanting to travel lightly, these are the articles of clothing that will not make the cut. And if you try to shove them into your luggage, they're just taking away space from other clothes that you would rather have. Number 7, don't bring around toiletries. I feel like unless you're going to someplace very remote or very like tropical, maybe you don't have access to like toothbrush or toothpaste. For the most part, anywhere that you go that has access to toiletries, you can always replenish something in particular. So what I do is I usually don't buy large amounts of shampoo or conditioner, so when I need to move, I have very little left behind and I can like take it in a small bottle or just leave it behind entirely and repurchase something new where I'm going. Because I used to be really obsessed with my hair, and I used to carry around 2 or 3 shampoo bottles, and they were the large type, like the 700 mils, and it took up a lot of space in my luggage. They're quite bulky and quite heavy, and like unless you have like a very particular hair situation, you could usually replenish shampoo bottles or toiletries, toothpaste, conditioner, even skincare for that matter. These are just tips and tricks. Obviously, you need to look at your own situation and evaluate what toiletries are something that you need to bring with you and you can't really replenish. But as a general rule, I try my best to not carry around toiletries and just replenish what I need when I arrive somewhere, to be able to allot that space for more essential items like clothes I don't want to repurchase. Okay, and one bonus tip, I keep my passport on my desk to remind myself to travel light in my heart, in my physical world, because your material possessions, they eventually own you. The less that you have, the freer you are. So when I look at my passport, it reminds me to travel lightly, and that is something that you could consider doing. Okay, so we have reached the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to leave any comments down below on some tips and tricks on how you like to travel minimally, I would love to see it. And if you want to, you can consider going to my Patreon page and making a small donation if you want to support my channel. If not, just hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!